Live, guys, and now I need to figure out how to do stuff. Okay, so we're live. I'll just say, can y'all hear me? Can y'all, whoops, can y'all hear me? Alright, so basically that's gonna be like this, and the question is, okay, so this will be, I just need to fix some stuff up. Okay, this will go like this. Okay, this goes like that. Okay, can y'all hear me, guys? And so on. Today's gonna be the usual math science stuff. I'm gonna go continue on the Aether stuff until I get it. And so far we have 0 viewer, 1 viewer, just me maybe. But anyways, let's see the audio. Hear me, guys? And so on. Today's gonna be the usual. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's gonna be epic stuff. Anyways, guys, so you know where I am at Wednesday mornings. It's a way to force myself to do this, and I'm almost done the epic moon landing video. Well, moon on the way to moon. I might do a one after that, but Bart Spell's gonna get absolutely destroyed. Alright, but anyways, close this stuff. So here's Threadcast. I need to open this up. Okay, I got a whole bunch of messages, man. Alright. So apparently, Trump's taking over Greenland, as well as Venezuela. It's quite fascinating to see the right-wing people all of a sudden become pro-war or imperialism and all this weird jazz. Anyways, okay, we're on Twitch. I think we're on Twitch. Is it streaming? It's live now. Okay, so it is live. Let's check how it is. It's offline. I thought it's supposed to be live. Why is it not live? Okay, there it is. It's supposed to be live. Okay, so it is live. Okay, so we have some peeps. Okay, I'll open up the chat thingy. I'm just trying to figure out some stuff out. How do I pop it out? Just pop out the chat. Pop out. How do I pop out the chat? Why is there 700,000 different things? Okay, let's pop out the chat. This goes here, and I think I had the YouTube one here. Just anyways, bear with me today. I woke up a bit late. Okay, guys, we have another person in the chat. Okay. Anyways, I'm just trying to get stuff organized, and then I'm gonna power through some stuff. And yeah, 1 second. This is again. I do these streams literally to force myself to do science stuff because like deep down, I'm just an athlete maybe. Yeah, people don't realize my actual dream job was just to be in the NBA. The height didn't catch up with me, so anyways, so now I'm doing these math videos. Math is pretty cool. All right, all right. So anyways, we have this set up. I'm gonna open up some stuff. Okay, this is the I think this is live. I'm gonna pop out chat on the X account. Anyways, just bear with me, guys. And but anyways, Wednesday morning, usually at the morning, people don't show up until later. Anyways, we have this. We have that. There's Odyssey's open. Odyssey chat. I'm just putting everything out there. And the next one, Ionel Dinu's chat here. Alright, anyways, can y'all hear me? I'll put on Twitch. Can y'all hear me? Alright, okay, so we have stuff like this. It's all set up pretty much. Okay, Rumble. Okay, so anyways, guys, we're gonna go power through the usual. Okay, awesome. Hutchinson Effect is back in. Okay, guys, John Hutchinson's there. Oh, yeah, so John, did you see my email earlier I sent? So Carrie wishes you a happy birthday. I mean, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I think I said Carrie right here. Yeah, the one you sent me, this one. Oh, this was gonna be some cool thing that you sent. You said this guy's cool website has a lot of circles and all this stuff. And apparently he has I like how he has a bunch of actual calculators. Someone actually sent me something like this to deal with it, but I wasn't grasping what exactly in the world he's trying to do. But it's pretty cool. This might be actually something similar to maybe what's going on with the atomic scale and the Hutchinson effect with the radio waves. So if radio waves are just pressure gradients, like pressure going back and forth, so possibly the gravitational effects on the Hutchinson effect might be something like this, where somehow you resonate with the actual atomic structures. So that's something pretty cool. Anyways, and also, so I sent you a message over here. So Carrie Cassidy says, Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to you. And John Hutchinson, please send it to him. So Happy Christmas. Yeah, there it is. Captain John Gadigas. So Carrie Cassidy says, Happy New Year to the captain. Okay, I'm going to close this stuff. I'm going to close this stuff. All right, guys, so here's the Threadcast, as always. Yeah, so I'm going to go over random stuff. But the usual, I'm going to try to finish that paper. Let's go to the Dinu paper. Ionel Dinu, Fundamentals of Ether, Theory of Ether. So this is one I, from all my random knowledge, I think this is getting super close to what's going on. I'm gonna go continue where we left off. So if you guys haven't followed the earlier videos, make sure to follow that. So if you go to MES QA streams, the past, I've been reading this one until I finish. So the past three, there's third one now. True Genius Matthew is, I don't understand Matthew's math. Yeah, the math one, that one requires, you gotta get all the way back to the beginning, like 1,000 videos ago, and then just gradually build up. So that's the thing about math, it's building up, but you can eventually learn some of that stuff. But it's a way to just help my brain be active. But again, one experiment is worth 1,000 different math equations, 1,000 different experts. So this is why I like the Hutchinson effect. It has videos and samples and literally documents and videos and we have John himself right here. And again, I will say this Action Lab. This one's for you, John. This quote right here. So the Action Lab, one experiment is worth 1,000 expert opinions. So that's what I mean. One Hutchinson effect is worth like 1,000. Chris finished a video days ago. He says thanks. Oh yeah, epic stuff. Yo, Chris. Hopefully he's doing well. Yeah, that guy's battered up. His body's like battered up, but he probably has the highest spirits for anyone I've ever known. That is like his body's crushed. But anyways, and he's an alpha male. He's an alpha male personified. All right, epic stuff. He is pretty cool. Okay, anyways, guys. So this is a theory one. So if you guys haven't caught up, go all the way back to 1, 2, 3 and see that. And I'm going to put this link inside the threadcast. There's threadcast on the Hive. And we're going to go over it, then I'll go over some random stuff. Because again, I think this guy's onto something monstrous. Just basically understanding what's going on. Okay, epic stuff. And so basically, there's two things about the Aether, his model. It's not just the usual pressure waves, but it also goes in channels. So the channels, I think that's the biggest one. I found the German stuff on samples and propose epic stuff. Yeah, send those over, Captain. And so on. Or also, yeah, so apparently John Alexander is going in a, I think Colonel John Alexander is going on a live stream. I mean, yeah, he's joining a show with the UFO disclosure guy. UFO disclosure, the UFO, or the disclosure, total. Yeah, total disclosure project. This guy, I'm also trying to get, he might join the show. He was going to join last week, but got busy. I think he said John Alexander. Yeah, so John, this guy here, super happy to say that the first two guests I'll be flying into the studio are two legends in the field. Paul Hynek, son of lead astronomer, Project Blue Book, and then John Alexander, U.S. Army, known as the father of non-lethal weaponry. So looking for one more big name to bring in person to kick things off from Boston. I know I've filmed multiple episodes here already, which the most recent Infinity disclosed will debut in a week. Okay, so anyways, so this guy's got John Alexander on the show, John. So Captain John. This guy will be his YouTube channel. I'll send you a link once it's live. Yeah, so this guy has a YouTube channel. He'll be sharing it. It's cool. Yeah, old friend forever. Yeah, I'll try to get him on my show, but he hasn't responded. But hopefully, but this guy might join the show. John Alexander might not. And then obviously, yeah, and 9/11 Christmas is telling him talk about 9/11 as always, and he's up to task. So epic stuff there, and yeah. Yeah, found his letters. Yeah, great. And I'm gonna go and send this as well. I'm gonna go to. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post these. Any links. I'm gonna simplify stuff. Okay, any links I post, I will put it in this threadcast. And the Telegram. I'll open up 2 Telegrams. And I'm gonna start sitting down soon. I was standing, getting set up. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this open, put this up there, and then this one will go right here, and then this one will go right here, and this is just a general search, and this one we need to post this as well into here. Okay, so we have it. Plus one privacy coordinator on the Reagan Star Wars thing, SDIO or. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, epic stuff, Captain John. So anyways, guys, we have John and MES. Pretty much only people in the chat. Okay, epic stuff. That's what more do you need? we got the goats. All right. I'm gonna start sitting now, and then we're gonna get straight into the theory. And anyways, this theory. Again, I'm not gonna try to go back from. If you haven't listened to the other ones, just bear with me. I'm gonna keep going wherever I start off with, because I need to finish this one and then get back on experiments. Yeah, but John, you're gonna like my moon landing video. It's yes, the moon landing stuff is pretty. The videos are real. Like I think people like, can't grasp the videos and photos are pretty real. So yeah, they went there somehow, but yeah, you can argue that they went a different way, but they're there. The videos are real. And Bart Superell is live. Okay, I can send Epic stuff, Captain John to send stuff. I'll have look at your messages when I get some time. I got a whole lot of stuff on my plate. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go straight into where did we leave off? I think we left off. Okay, yeah, this is a bunch of stuff here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back to where we actually left off. All right, so we were here. I'm gonna click Math Q&A and see where we left off, and then get my memory back up. I think this was Ionel Dinu's, and yeah, I want to try to finish this quickly because it's been it's taken too many streams to power through it. So where did we leave off? I left off at here, and basically I'm gonna go through it, and then each time ask the questions and so on. Where did we leave off? I think somewhere here. Okay, I think someone was messaging. Where is it? Mass is 0. It only has mass in rest state. Yeah, but does it? Okay, that's in here. And if you can. There's Captain John there. I showed you your photos of yourself. Is one of my. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Okay, let's go back. Where did I? Because someone was asking me questions about the photon and so on. So photons, I think, yeah, again, they're just channels of ether. Okay, so JJ Thompson's accelerated motion. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Explanation fails. Okay, that's where I left off, and I'm gonna close this. Explanation fails. Explanation fails. Okay, so there, and also since John is here, oh yes, you're busy. Gives the codes also. Yeah, epic stuff. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. But I will send you this stuff. I'll show you this, John, again. John. Oh yeah, I actually puts this one here. Yeah. I posted this one when you sent me this photo. This photo is amazing. This is actually, so this is the thing. Like, look, it broke down a bunch of fragments there, and yeah, and then that's the sample.
The largest sample that I have is this sample of steel. It's a 2.5 inch in diameter steel shaft piece, and the top of it blew apart and crumbled like a cookie onto the board which was supporting it. And there are all sorts of different fracture patterns there. We'll take a look at some scanning electron micrographs of the surfaces of some of these pieces in a moment. The largest sample.
No, that's epic. Yeah, so that's the sample. This one here. So we actually have a photo, and this was like minutes after, like John, or just like how long after the sample was this? Famous well-tested sample, many reports. Yeah, epic stuff. And then this one here, Bob Greener did a analysis on it as well. So he cut it up, and then there it is, put in a super high definition photograph, video. I mean, he has video and so on. So he analyzes that, and yeah, it looks like a lot of the metals started moving across, and nickel was found or something. Anyways, and then now here is another. This one here is that sample right here, and then also notice here. Also, there's this one here as well that was also mentioned in the mentioned by what's his name, George Hathaway. And also it says here on the ruler, 5.5 inch long molybdenum rod. This one here is like an S-shaped bent. This is the one that what's his name? Yeah, John Alexander was super astonished, or one of them. I think Paul Mueller has parts. Yeah, I think so. Oh no, I think he has a different one. I think Paul Mueller has a. He may have parts. Check Paul Mueller's thingy here, because I Peak Hutchison. So I had the. If you go to Peak Hutchison right here. So if you go to Paul Mueller's, this is Paul Mueller's setup. Does he have fragments of it? Which one is Paul Mueller's setup? Because he has this one. This one is not the same one. This one is this one. Oh, Shari Singh. Hello indeed. Yeah. So John, this one here. Which is the sample? Is it one of these little slices? Because I think this is all he had. This one's. But that's the one. I got magazine demanded the return from George. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you probably give him a. But I'm wondering because this is a different one. I'm not sure if it's in there, but But in this little case, maybe he has it somewhere else. But yeah, epic stuff. I'm gonna go right here. Yeah. So. Yes. So we call this molybdenum rod right here. Okay. What did I? Oh, did I forget another video? Oh yeah. So I forgot to put the other video on here. Okay. So I'll do that right here actually. Leave a comment. I forgot to put the other one. Hutchison. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I need to find that. I forgot to upload that other video on their Hutchison effect. And I'm gonna go to interviews and shows, I think sections. Okay, this one is the small. Okay, big and then small. I'm gonna upload this one right here. Okay. So this is the one I forgot to include there. And this one is I'm gonna copy this edit or this is similar to the fuming one. Then edit. Forgot to I'll just put it like this. Okay. Oh, why is it underlined? Okay, but anyways, that's the one here.
Some larger samples include this piece of steel with a chrome alloy finish, and this piece was originally about 3/4 of an inch longer, and the top 3/4 of an inch just blew away into a black cloud. This was while John Hutchison and Alex Pizarro were observing the effect. There's an interesting pattern here, conchoidal fracture kind of pattern that appears there, and the case hardening is blown off in various places around here, and evidence of high voltage arcing is there. We've taken off some slices here for elemental analyses. Some larger samples.
Okay, yeah, John was gonna ask.
Some larger samples.
And this one here. These cuts, was this made after, or did this sample have a hole in it? Like this. What's the example? And also, Shori Singh. I asked you something a few days ago in the recent one you haven't replied. Oh well, I actually put your comment in here. I was gonna go over it and reply here because you have to realize I get literally hundreds and hundreds of messages. I actually have your comment right here somewhere. I was gonna go over it. I think this was I think a YouTube. Yeah, 4 minutes ago. This one here. So if I click this one, and then so in the comment section here, you put it on one of these on the January 6th insurrection. But again, I'm on these streams, so you can it's better to ask if you want me to reply like literally here. So you asked for here. You said, how can I build a mindset to develop the new technology which can improve the day-to-day task of millions of people? I mean, in the meantime, I'm still till I'm alive, I want to contribute to this society people by making a product which could really help the needs of people use it, such as how from telephone to keypad to mobile, we have evolved computers, hardware, chips, software, medicine, energy, and electronic devices. I'm asking you, sir, because without the proper direction, it's just becoming the waste of my youthful time. And somehow I'm obsessed to become successful. For everyone, the definition of successful is very different in a way. But again, what are your skill sets and so on? And every single day, you have to have a routine. Basically, get a routine. And energy one is a big one. Try to replicate the Hutchison effect. Okay, yes, it's interesting. Basically, you're saying this one, but also you can also help AI with your stuff here. I'm gonna go ask AI because this is more about like motivation, like how do you motivate yourself. But also another pro tip for me is go to the gym a lot, or just work out. Actually, I work out at home, but like make sure you exercise so your mind and body are in sync, and don't overdo it. Basically, go small, do small steps at a time. I'll go right here. I'm gonna type. I'll type it with mine, then I'll ask AI. Yeah, this one here. The key is focus, discipline, strategy, and consistent every day. Yeah, just consistent every day. Yeah, tasks. Even if small, to help you learn slash produce productive things and so on. And always try to improve. Yeah, basically, don't worry. if you don't know something now, but keep at it and it will become second nature. And yeah, try yeah, use any available tool to help you, and learn from everybody. Learn from everyone, from nature to AI. Just keep learning. Anyways, yeah, no TV stuff. Yeah, yeah. But again, you could. So I'm not the guy that says no TV stuff. I say have both. So if you're gonna watch TV, you need to be able to have periods where you don't at all. So it's like you understand that there's a difference. So like yeah, John is like fully no TV. I try to alternate. Okay, Jackson, yeah, Jackson also sent me some messages. Everyone, please donate Dr. Judy Wood's book to your local library. Yeah, epic stuff. Yeah, thanks, Jack. I was gonna go over your comments in a bit, but again, I got like a million messages. And also make sure to physically exercise always. Okay. Anyways, I'll do a Grok AI. This person is asking for advice. What should I tell him? And what's your profession, sir? Oh, my profession is pretty much YouTube, cryptocurrency trading, and so on. But yeah, I'll also try to figure out a way to make money as well, even if you have to do the side gigs. But just always work at it. So I do a lot of random stuff. YouTube. I post on the Hive blockchain. Also post on the Hive blockchain. It's already presented in Congress. But also I get these websites and so on that make passive income. So for example, if you go to PC. So this website my brother made, and now pretty much I manage. This uses basically just calculators and so on. They get a lot of searches. How much traffic again? 100. Well, this one's 19,000, but overall MES.fm gets. How much traffic does it get? MES.fm. If I click the thingy, 159,000 views. Visits a month. That's pretty epic. So all this stuff combined, and so on. But yeah, I need if I focus on this a bit more, I could probably make this linear. But again, it's just hard without. Well, now with AI, I can do infinite stuff. Because my brother, once he left, it was hard to do all this. But anyways, I get a lot of stuff, and so on. Okay, what should I tell him? I'm gonna ask Rock. I'm doing an expert setup here, but also post on Hive blockchain. Get on Hive and post your stuff there. So figure out getting on Hive, and post on here, and you get earn some crypto and so on. Okay. Anyways, I'll send that to you. I'll send you a link here. Okay, here's some stuff. Embrace obsession as fuel, but channel it. Yeah, okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. Identify real-world problems, but one of them, for me personally, focus on the energy if you want big change, but you might get dropped. But okay, you have tremendous playlists on your YouTube. Yeah, definitely. But think about it. It started off slowly. Like you have to just think bit by bit. You're not gonna build a mountain all in one go, yeah, something like that. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go right here, and here's some. You can listen to also Grok. But as Ken Schultz, okay, this is local congressman. It's already presented to. There's to Congress. Okay, which one's presented to Congress? I think that's John Hutchinson stuff. But yeah, anyways, John, don't say oh well. Even if you have to go and go to the congressman and like slap him in the face with a Hutchinson effect sample. I think that's what I'll do, John. I'll go to Congress and slap them with a Hutchinson effect sample. Regime change. Yeah, regime change. Yeah, Trump's gonna take over Greenland now, apparently. Let's go here. I think Trump's taking over Greenland. Greenland. I think he's actually gonna take Greenland. He just took Venezuela. So who's he taking next? So yeah, so he kidnapped the Venezuelan president, but I wouldn't have mind if he kidnapped Trudeau. Okay, okay, this one here. I'll post here. Why didn't Trump kidnap Justin Trudeau? Yeah, that's the only one I'm upset about. Why didn't you, I'm gonna post it. I'll do this here as well. With this thing, it's pretty cool. You could do Ask Leo. Summarize this article. and I'll do AI. But anyways, so the other guy, get on Hive early. And also, one more comment to this guy. Also get on Hive early and thank me in the future. Yeah, just get on Hive, post all this, and because especially because you're young, and if Hive is keeps being consistently there, you could be multi-millionaire. Anyways, and I'm gonna post the video I made on Hive. So and here's the overview. Yeah, I'm gonna go to here, Hive overview. I think actually Hive overview. Yeah, so here it is. How to sign up, and then also once you're there, follow me, and so on. Anyways, so and again, if you want like actual stuff, okay, this I think here it is. Yeah, here's the video. I have a YouTube video and the notes there on Hive. So learn blockchain, crypto is a big one for money making, and so on. Anyways, there's some stuff. Actually, I could have asked stuff on InLeo. I'll do it next time. Anyways, I'm gonna summarize the article. Yes, BBC article says no, it does. Oh, this is the wrong. That's wrong. What are you doing? Are you insane? I'm I meant summarize the link. Any other thread here? Okay, BBC Trump Greenland. Okay, here's the link again. Yeah, this one is still needs a lot of learning to do. This one is a new AI setup. It's like again, it's on blockchain, so all these will never get deleted ever. Anyways, okay, we're back here. I'm gonna go back into the Ionel Dinu setup here. Okay, don't want Trump interfering. Yeah, but if he took Trudeau, I don't want, Trudeau's the only one. But I'm just joking, But yeah, the whole thing is just it's just like gradually promoting dictatorships, and that brings us. I'll do one more setup before. Actually, I'll do one more setup, and then we'll go into the other thing. So if we go to Trump, or Walsh. Yeah, so I again I remember this like it was tomorrow, it was yesterday. These are I'll open this one right here. Yeah, so now we have like big influencers. This guy's saying it's a war for oil. He's first of all, the quote war lasted 90 minutes. Okay, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Second, going to war to secure vital resources for your own country. Your own people is totally legitimate. Why should we allow some third world communist to control trillions of dollars worth of oil? So, anyways, this guy used to argue what is a woman, and now he's saying what is empire, or he made videos about that. Now it's like, so MAGA then, back then, I remember this. Literally, clearly, this is how Trump got in power. It's like Epstein's clients are going to prison, abolish the IRS for taxes. Every gun law is an infringement. No new wars, and now it's like MAGA. It's like you didn't care about Epstein when Biden was president. Taxing imports will fix the economy. Red flag laws will stop mass shootings. And yeah, we should do regime change in Venezuela and Iran. Yeah, so this one here, no new wars. It's like, well, are you guys insane? And so on. But anyways, it's all a giant show anyways. But still, nonetheless, have some principle. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna read this, guys. And if you haven't caught up to this, follow up before I can. This guy's summarizing again. Let's see what he says. This is wrong. I meant summarize. Okay, the BBC article again. This guy's wrong. You are so wrong. The article is about Trump acquiring Greenland with military force. Wanting. Okay, Dennis Kucinich has a bunch of samples. Yeah, Epic stuff. Yeah, I should slap it to him. After all, Congress would show up at my door. Not kidding. A few years ago. Interesting. Yeah, but you gotta slap them though. You don't just give it to them. You slap them so that it's imprinted on their face. And then someone that says, "Hey, hey, Dennis Kucinich, why is your face all like a bruise?" He's like, "Oh, I got hit by a Hudson effect sample." All right, so that's how you do it, John. Anyways, I can do that for you. Okay. What is this guy? Germ. Okay. Anyways. Okay, guys, let's focus, guys. It's been 30 minutes. We haven't covered the main stuff. I need to finish this one. This one is super important, and then we'll go over random stuff near the end. All right, guys, we're back. Okay, is this guy gonna answer it properly ever? This guy's a lunatic. BBC article reports on Donald Trump's renewed push to acquire Greenland from Denmark, stating the U.S. military is always an option. If negotiations fail, White House advisors are discussing strategies, viewing it as a national security priority to counter Arctic rivals like China, Russia. So again, World War III is pretty much signing up. The key details: Trump calls it a zero-risk acquisition for resources and strategic basis. Denmark rejects selling, citing self-determination, no immediate military action plan, but pressure includes tariffs. Yeah, so again, Trump's literally buying everything up. So that's pretty cool. They literally had a reality TV host to sell this like nonsense. Anyways, okay, we're back in. So J.J. Thompson's explanation, this is from here. So coming towards modern era, we observe the fallacy of positive and negative electricity perpetuated and enhanced. So J.J. Thompson, the discoverer of the electron, in spite of being well aware of the way in which and the reason for which the concepts of positive and negative electricity were developed, namely to explain the electrostatic attractions and repulsions, makes the mistake of assigning to his corpuscle an absolute negative charge and then tries to explain the action at a distance between electric charges by Faraday lines of force in the ether. Okay, so basically, yeah, he understood that there's the concepts of positive negative electricity were basically had flaws, yet still caused this corpuscle, basically the electron, as an absolute negative charge. That's the electron. So anyways, J.J. Thompson's explanation fails, however, because he cannot explain how an electric charge produces these lines of force, why the lines have different directions for the two types of charge, so positive, negative, why they're random lines and having different directions, why the lines are elastic and behave like rubber bands. That's an interesting thing. Yeah, they do. They basically, as you move, I'm going to go right here, actually, charges. Charges. EDU. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I need to develop a setup here. Ben Franklin was great. Yeah, Ben Franklin was great. But also, yeah, yeah, he was an interesting guy. He's yeah, he knew about cold fusion and so on. But also, he was a Freemason, and he was in court because he knew about a hazing ritual that ended up killing someone by throwing boiling water in their face. Anyways, that's for another day. Actually, that's for this day. I'm gonna go to MES physics. I need to make this an actual thingy here. Okay, so this is resembles the field. I'm gonna make a bookmark setup. Okay. This thing, I had this field generator. I'm gonna go and my Aether model, this one here, electric field simulator. Or actually, probably just don't even need that. Yeah, this one here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a folder. I'm gonna call this MES videos. I'm gonna go and or MES something. Okay, this is I'm gonna go bookmark. On kidnapping the Venezuela PM as a decision allows every country who's more powerful than other to kidnap. Yeah, it's all just scripted. It's like but again, even Maduro is like is a tool. But yeah, you're definitely right. It's now changes the name of warfare, and now every small country, they're all worried as well, so they're gonna try to develop nuclear weapons and so on. And so basically now everyone's gonna be focused strictly on how to self-preserve each other, and also you got China will just take over Taiwan possibly, and Russia will now they're justified in taking over Ukraine. But anyways, basically every country, Iran's going to be focused on nukes and so on, so that they have some deterrent. So again, it's like, why doesn't he kidnap North Korean leader? Yeah, but again, overall it's still geopolitics all fake anyways. Yeah. So what's interesting though, so here's I made this post here. Here's Maduro. So here's him in court. So he's rocking this Illuminati hand sign in court, and the same thing as Diddy. Diddy was also in court. Okay, now you got Diddy doing the Illuminati hand sign in court. Why do they all do that? Okay, anyways, that's for another day. Check out my Telegram and search up anybody's name. You'll see it's pretty funny. But yeah. So I'm going to add this charges. So you have a charge right here. So here's a negative. So this is what I mean. Here's the lines of force. So the question is, why in the world direction only? Okay, this is. So here's an electron, and basically, an electron is just you have positive, negative for some reason. And now, it's the elastic part is this. So if you move it, so notice how everything moves accordingly. It's like a rubber band. So this is pretty much how it moves. So anyways, so that's the J.J. Thomson's explanation. So J.J. Thomson's explanation fails, however, because he cannot explain how an electric charge produces these lines of force, why the lines have different directions for two types of charge, why the lines are elastic and behave like rubber bands, and most importantly, because J.J. Thomson makes a fatal mistake of assigning a mass to the ether itself and claiming that the lines of force drag the ether, and that this causes the mass of charges and of all matter. So he's saying that these drag the ether and causing the mass. So basically, these lines somehow are moving the ether. Suggest looking up Gavin Newsom and Glenn Kirshner. Yeah, but again, those guys are on the left wing side. So it's like I think Trump even endorsed Gavin Newsom for one time or something. But yeah, anyways, those guys, it's like they all swing. So they're opposing to Trump, and then let's say the Democrats win next time, and now they're gonna do the same thing. And then you have the right wing going after them because it's like the same exact thing. Like Obama's bombing, I think, every other country, and then so let's say Obama record drone strikes. So again, what they do is they have him being aggressive, and then you have the Democrats calling him out, and then once Democrats in power, they go aggressive, and then you have Republicans call him out. So okay, so here is his drone strikes. So Obama's final drone strike data. He has a killing program. He could just kill people as many as they want. So apparently he has 2 terms and 540 airstrikes on random things. At least normalized use of armed drones for counterterrorism. So he just bombs Yemen, Pakistan, Somalia like random. As a drone president, how many did he have? Let's see official numbers. 546 drone strikes in non-active war zones. So he just bombed random people. Like, holy. So what's going on here? Yeah, I love this magnetic field. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Here it is, John. You can check it here. You can click the link and save it to your thingy here. I'll email it to you as well. So you send me an email here. This was something you sent. Yeah, this is something you sent as well. I'll send it here. I'll send it to you there, and I'll open up this link you sent, and then we'll go back into the thingy. Yeah, this one here. So you filmed this. This was actually fighter jets chasing after. It's a big surprise or something. Okay, anyways, this is your old video, 11 years ago. So what in the world's going on here? Is this chasing a little UFO? Okay, so what in the world's going on, John? Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, oh, what the? Okay, oh, there's a video of it. What does it look like? Okay, so what is this thingy? Is that an actual object? Okay, so flying UFO. Okay, anyways, it's pretty epic. Okay, anyways, why do they also, there's AI, everything. Anyways, hopefully you like that pretty cool thing. So we have this little thing here. So again, move this thing. So the J.J. Thomson saying that these lines of force move the ether and that causes mass, but there's an issue with that. Claiming that the lines of force drag the ether and this causes the massive charges and of all matter. The drag is not well explained nor possible. Yeah, it doesn't even mean anything. Just a random line. As it is not clear why it occurs when the charge accelerates, and not also when the charge moves uniform velocity. Yeah, that's another part. Claiming that lines of force drag the ether. Yeah, because basically when it accelerates, it sends out a signal. I mean, it sends out basically radiation. But why not when it's moving normally? Moreover, yeah, in my opinion. Anyways, the drag is not well explained, or this one he could, Dinu could explain this a bit further. I forgot where I found the airplane video. Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, so the drag is not well explained nor possible, as it is not clear why it only occurs when this one a drag, and then this is caused by the masses of the charge. This is a claim that the lines of force drag the ether, but it's only when it's accelerating. The drag is not well explained nor possible, as it is not clear why it only occurs when the charge accelerates, and not when the charge moves with uniform velocity. Moreover, in my opinion, assigning mass to the ether, it defeats one of the purpose the ether exists for, which is to explain the origin of mass. Yes, basically, it doesn't explain why it's saying that ether if you're saying mass, the ether has the mass. It doesn't explain what is actual mass? What is it originating? Why is it somehow? Why do objects have mass? So anyways. So moreover, in my opinion, assigning mass to ether defeats one of the purposes the ether exists for, which is to explain the origin of mass of objects by a hydrodynamical effect due to the acceleration of objects in it. So basically, he's saying it's mass itself It's a result of accelerating through the ether, and because there's actual ether particles, you need to move them. That's the actual mass. It's like basically yeah, basically it's like hydrodynamics of the ether. The ether does not have an intrinsic, yes, the ether itself does not have an intrinsic mass. It is the cause and origin of mass. So the ether doesn't have mass, but it being there, it require like objects that matter that requires to move it. That's what is quote inertia slash mass. Okay, great information about the epic stuff. Okay, it's 9 a.m. night. I gotta go for study. Well, how do small creators get sponsored for their video to make? Yeah, that's the thing. You're gonna have a very hard time with that. But because you're in India or something, again, get on Hive, post on 3Speak instead, and you can do it on YouTube as well. But small creators, it takes a long time before you get any money. The post on 3Speak, and my upvote will be worth. Let's say my upvote itself is like worth you'll probably get 20 cents of my upvote. And let's say 20 cents USD to Indian whatever. So how much is that? So post on here. So anyways, this guy here, post on 3Speak, please. Like, go watch that Hive video. Post here. Like, these guys are earning a lot of cash money. And so imagine every video you make, you get 16 Indian rupees. So the question is, how much can 16 rupees get? Okay, I'm gonna go and ask Rock right here. Yeah, I'll ask Inley over here. Go back here. Okay. Ask Leo. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Let's see. We'll ask Leo how much. Yeah. Oh, but it's what is the cost of a burger? Yeah, burger in India. In rupees, whatever it's called, rupees, I think. India in rupees. Where in the world has it gone to? In rupees and their equivalent in USD. How in the world do you spell rupees? I guess I cannot believe I don't even know how to spell rupees anymore. Rupees. Okay, that's how you spell it. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm also going to ask Rocks probably faster. But I just wanted to do that quickly. Okay, this is auto. And hide this. Okay, yes, basically, basic burgers, McAdoo start at about $1. Yes, basically, if you post on Big Mac Index, yeah. Have you heard, sir, about tribal luminescence? Yeah, I have. Basically, you get like shaking things and it sends off light. But again, that's just ether vibration. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, post on 3Speak, you'll earn USD. 1 USD, you can buy a burger. Right? That's okay. So you can, okay, so basically, yeah, you earn like rapid fire. So 1 USD is about 90 rupees. So, anyways, post on here, post on Hive, like, and just please post on it. Watch that video I sent there. You'll thank me, especially if you're living in a non-developed like U.S. Kind of country like that. Burger vary by location, so you can go basic street price. So it's like literally under $1 for a burger. Okay, this is ridiculous. And for $2, you can get a premium combo meal burger. Let's go, and then U.S. 16 rupees, almost 23 cents or more. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is no. But I'm saying how much does it to live off? So what I'm trying to say is you can be like literally living off just on 3Speak, and especially if you're young. So post here, please. Go here, create an account, or I can create one for you. Okay, here, email me at contact, and I will help you get on Hive 3Speak. And anyways, you'll be making a lot more than YouTube. Okay, trust me. Even if you're big, you'll still be making a lot more because you're in India. India doesn't get paid as much as USD in YouTube. So what I'm trying to say is, get on here, you'll make a lot more. Like these guys here. This guy posted $26. That's ridiculous. And then if you go to yeah, US, yeah, again, you get earn USD, which is big time. Okay, anyways, okay, so we have the drone president, Obama dropping drones right here, and I'll summarize. Okay, so anyways, so that's the cool thing. summarize this article about Obama and drones. Okay, let's do that. All right. Anyways, yeah. So in India, you're a young guy. You have a lot of energy, and you just need direction and so on. So I'll help you out, and you'll do really good stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna start standing now, and continue on our journey. All right. So anyways, going back here. Yeah. So the ether does not have intrinsic mass. It is the cause and origin of the mass, but a definite volume of ether accelerating through ether can display inertia. So basically, a volume of ether moving through itself. Basically, if you have like an x volume, and if you're moving that, you're gonna need to move particles away, so it's gonna have inertia. So this volume of ether acquires mass only when and because of this state of accelerated motion through the ether. Yeah. So basically, when you have a mass of ether, just think of a bunch of marbles. If you have a bunch of marbles here, or just this is is my face even in there? Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Am I even like in it properly? This way. I didn't even adjust it. Okay, move it like that. So if this is all ether, a bunch of stuff here, to move it, you're gonna have to basically to accelerate through it. You're gonna have to, it's be inertia to like holding it back. We could probably do that with a bunch of charges. So it's kind of like, yeah, if you just put a bunch of charges, put them all in here. So it's like, but ignore that. Basically, to move stuff, you're gonna have to hit. You have to bump through it. So if you accelerate, it's gonna hit it. So it's gonna be resisting it, and so on. So that's the whole idea of it. It's basically the volume of it to move through it will generate inertia. So in other words, inertia basically is mass. Yeah. So returning to electrostatics, to state again what has been stated, noted once above. What happens in electrostatic phenomena at the fundamental level is that through rubbing, mere contact, or other methods, objects are created that attract and repel one another. And this is all that a theory of electrostatics was and still is supposed to explain. Yeah, Franklin used horsehair and a glass ball lungo. Yeah, epic stuff. Yeah, I actually. So if you go through this document, John, I do cover Franklin and so on. Well, this one, this was exciting. Attractive bodies. They just rubbed a glass. It was a glass rod, and then this one they used. I think they had amber or something. But yeah, the horsehair. Yeah, same idea. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, let's go back into the setup here. Yeah, so returning to electrostatics. Basically, electrostatics is this. What happened? Yeah, now to say it again, what has been noted once above. What happens in electrostatic phenomena at the fundamental level is that through just rubbing, mere contact, or other methods, objects are created that attract and repel one another. And this is all that a theory of electrostatics was and still is supposed to explain. Yeah, so electrostatics still cannot explain this without saying that there's a positive and negative entity somehow. Since the introduction of two types of electric charges, quote positive and quote negative, by Defay, since the introduction does not solve the issue of explaining the attractions and repulsions observed in electrostatic phenomena, the present work takes the following approach. Defay's conjecture for the existence of two types of electricity is dismissed. So basically, I'm saying nope, that's thrown that away. Only one substance is recognized: Franklin's electric fluid. So basically, Benjamin Franklin had the electric fluid idea, but now he's going to call this fluid electrogen. So that's the only thing he's going to be looking at. Electrostatics is fun to play with. Yeah, definitely. So the electrostatic attractions and repulsions between electric bodies are explained by a two-stage process. The quantity of electrogen contained in the objects changes by its transfer through rubbing, contact, influence, or other methods. Two, this leads to changes in the natural frequency of vibrations of the electrogen in the object. Basically, this electrogen, it's like, I think, yeah, so basically it's vibrating. That's the, with vibration, you can actually have attraction or repulsion of the ether. But basically, this is the, Benjamin Franklin had electric fluid. So basically, it was saying we're not going to talk about two different types of electricity, like the positive and negative. We're going to talk about one, that's going to be electric fluid, called electrogen. So this is the key part, electrogen. And he's going to talk about the afterwards radio waves are ether, basically electric slash gravitational longitudinal waves, like the compression ones, and in channels. These are key stuff. You got your cert completed 12 year previously, similar to preparing for undergraduate study in biotech and side by side practicing web development. Yeah, definitely. But again, get on the Hive blockchain. Get your friends on it too, and so on. You'll be take over India, and there's probably a giant Indian community as well on Hive. You go to Peak. This is probably good here. But also in Leo, you can earn both. I'll teach you the ins and outs. Yeah, get it for you ready. But yeah, definitely. No, well, this one is Ionel Dinu. So this is actually not me. Ionel Dinu is the one who wrote this. And he let me publish it on my thingy, on my blockchain. That's all Hive blockchain. So go to India. There's like a bunch of India Hive peeps. So you'll there's Hive India. Hive is India. You can go read some of this. We'll go to recent. What's some recent setups here? Yeah, this is Kakanash or whatever. Yeah, so this person right here, I can go up with their stuff. So this person wrote an article, and you can see their if they're higher score, that's basically have a high reputation, means they've been here for a while and got a lot of upvotes. So this person's India. I'm gonna go and post India United. Join the so basically you can join this too as well. You can, and I'm gonna go give a upvote. And look, mine 24 cents USD. I get half. The other person gets half. The author gets half, and then basic curators. I'll go. I'll just put a 5 cents. Anyways, so you'll have it's a pretty massive thingy. Like, just get on Hive. Stop worrying about centralized YouTube stuff. I'm on YouTube, but I'm also on streaming on a bunch of other stuff. YouTube is just where everybody is, and so on. But once Hive has a live streaming on, I'll do that as well. Anyways, guys, yeah. So this stuff, John, is again by Ionel Dinu. Okay, I'm gonna Okay, so he closed this one here. Okay, I'll go back here. Whoops, I'll leave it like this. So Ionel Dinu. This one, John, definitely watch this. I think you might like this. Read this. It's written in a simplified way for just average person to review. So this guy here, he let me he let me post this here. So permission from the author. Ionel Dinu gave me permission to re-upload his paper as an article on the Hive blockchain. The original paper can be viewed here, and his channel is here, Aether Science. So Aether Science, this guy here, I think he's the real deal, and he has a patent now for he has a patent for anti-gravity device or anti-gravity science or something. So this guy here, fundamentals of a theory of ether. I'm trying to get him on the show. That's him. So he's a physics master's or whatever. And this is his paper. This is his channel. So definitely follow him, John, on YouTube and so on. So this is his device here, and this is the fundamentals part 4. And yeah, so here's his paper. You can go read the paper and so on here. But I wrote on the blockchain. It's better. Just it's easier. And here's his other patent. He has literally a patent on some sort of anti-gravity device. So John, let me know what you think of this patent. Yeah. So here, John, review his patent. Let me know what you think about this anti-gravity patent. He has a device. Well, this was I was going to go over it as well later, but we could go over it now. This is a device consisting of a large capacitor connected to an extremely high voltage alternating power supply. By properly adjusting the frequency of the power supply, a stationary radio wave can produce in space between the capacitor plates that creates a gravitational field and is capable of causing a gravitational force to act on any mass placed in the space between the capacitor plates. Thus, a mass placed in the space between the capacitor plates will be lifted gravitationally. Multiple such capacitors can be connected to form arrays in the 3 directions of space, which allows movement of masses in 3 directions of space. So this is his patent based on his theory. So the device for the production of a gravitational field and gravitational force with radio waves. So he has, figure 1, basically he has a high voltage, extremely high voltage alternating power supply. Again, we're talking some John Hutchison stuff right here. And then basically this is the alternating back and forth. And this is ground to earth there. And basically a large capacitor connected to an extremely high voltage. So here's a large capacitor connected to this. I think there's a voltage difference. And it can be produced in space between the capacitor plates. Oh, so these are 2 capacitor plates. High voltage, there's ground, and basically alternating back and forth, and then you have it in between here, and this is a 6-inch wave. I think it's gonna go like that. So this is I think this is it. This is it. Yeah, great, Tammy. I'm liking the show. Great to see you. Mix up. To create a Hive account, it's asking for a subscription like Patreon. No, there isn't. Why are you talking? There's no subscription. To create an account in Hive, asking for subscription. There's no subscription. You just create one. Follow the thingy. I can create one for you. One for you. Email me. This patent can be valid for 20 years more. But anyways, watch that video. To create there's no accounts. Like, there's no actual. I mean, there's no centralized company. So someone has to make it for you. And usually, there's a thingy you can you can make it either for. If you have an X account, you can sign up with this one. So go to Inleo and just go to log out and just log in with this. You can sign in with you can do a what is it called? You can sign in with X, I think. If you want to have a quick one, I think there should be other ones, or you can go key store here. This one, this one's an interesting one, but just use the keychain somehow. I forgot to do it. But anyways, do that later. So anyways, watch my video. I explain how to create one, but I can create one for you, and I'll just give me the username you want, and I'll create one for you, or even yeah. And then you can also give me a username you want. I can literally go and create one for you instantly. Like I created one for Tammy and so on, and yeah, so you can go to wallet and I can create one right here, create, and I can send you the thingy claim. I can create a token with this one here. Okay, so thanks a lot. Yeah, just email me. It's but watch that overview one. A Hive is again, it's different stuff here. You can go set up right here. Shari, etc. So anyways, and so again, since you're young and got a lot of energy, definitely Hive will be big time, especially if it keeps going. And if you accumulate it now when prices are dirt cheap, and while so basically, if you're accumulating now at the dirt cheap prices, and this is before yeah, this if you go to all time. So this is the price. We're talking. It used to be $3. It is like 1 cent. No, 10 cents. So there's a chance, and I believe it will go into like the multiple dollars. So like maybe $10. So there's a chance. But it can go super high. But again, just keep developing on and so on, and we'll be rich. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, so here's the other part here. So you have an object moving through this ether, you're gonna have a reaction. That's gonna be the inertia, the mass, and so on. So this guy here, and also John Hudson. Follow this guy. You might like his videos. He explains it in a very down to earth way. He's unlike other physicists. All right. So let's go back here. So only one substance. Okay, so go back here. Actually, I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna go get some water, guys. And in the meantime, I will play a John Hudson video. If John was talking about Paul Mueller, I'll get the John Hudson. Pete Hudson. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the this one here, Paul Mueller. You like this one, Captain John? Okay, there it is. From the @inventor Paul W. Mueller from the @inventor3 YouTube channel has the bent steel rod sample from the famous 1988 Hutchison effect footage. Paul also has the jellified solid steel cylinder from the 1989 Hutchison effect footage.
Let me show you some of his metal samples real quick. Whoops, I just knocked something off my own table. Okay, well, there's like 7 different Hutchison effects samples here. Oh, that's what else I was going to tell you. You know, he's had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, not just a few metal samples, hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands. He had skids full of samples that he sent all different countries around the world.
Okay, anyways, we're back. Yeah. So was any of these ones the ones that from that sample, John? And also, I like that. I like the smiley face he made. Yeah. Anyways, yes. Oh, the small sharp ones because these ones here. Okay, cool. So those are the small sharp ones. I'll say that right here. Okay, I'll do this one right here. We'll go back into the John. This rare photos. This also right here, and I'll put this right here. Small sharp samples are from the big let's say yeah is from the bigger George Hathaway from the big steel rod that crumbled at the end. All right, this is the Paul Mueller has it. Yeah. I'll Mueller has the. All right, and then that's this part right here, and copy this. This guy's commenting. All right. Yeah, from Big Bar. Yeah, this is from the Big Bar. Epic sub, and there's a smiley face. Often wonder who I gave these to. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good one to have. And yeah, we did actually finish this part right here. This is also electron micrograph scanning electron microscope image of that end of that piece of fracture surface of crumbled end of large iron bar shown in that. And here's also this guy here. And John, I sent you these clips if you want to upload. I sent these clips if you want to upload to your YouTube video. I mean your YouTube channel.
The material we saw, and for instance, they showed me had a crankshaft. Remember, he's grabbing crap literally out of the junkyard.
Yeah.
And had exposed to it. They took it to BC Hydro for testing. And the same piece of metal on one end is case hardened steel, on the other end is soft as lead. And it just from being exposed to things. We had PVC that literally was pulverized and disappeared. Another one, they took a rat tail file, put it between two wooden boards, put it in there. It lit up just like, remember the old incandescent light bulbs?
Sure.
We have a wire across there, and just like that, it lights up. Got to the point the whole file, which was as big as my finger, just lit up and broke apart.
Split in two.
The interesting piece was...
Remember this molybdenum rod in S shape? A German Max Planck tested some stuff, small bits of got that. Yeah, definitely.
There were some things that happened that I am personally convinced happened. I had given him a number of samples, and we had them under controlled conditions. One of the most interesting, we had some small molybdenum rods. They're very strong, and I had them for the PK parties, and nobody had ever been able to bend one. And damned if when I went up there, they gave me one with a slight S-curve in it. There were some things that happened that I am...
So that's literally this sample. And these molybdenum, apparently, he took it to because he was investigating psychokinetic effects. And apparently his parties bent spoons, but nobody was able to bend this one. And that's a super strong thingy. And that's molybdenum. And molybdenum is, I was supposed to see how strong it is, bending or strength. Okay, high strength alloys, using steel alloys. Okay, so most high-strength steel alloys contain 0.25 to 8% molybdenum. Holy, so high-strength, they just put a bunch of molybdenum in there. Okay, it has... okay, so it has twice the strength of pure... no, that's this other one. Corrosion resistant molybdenum. I just want to see how strong it is. Bending. Because I know nuclear reactions use it. Okay, nuclear... It is also used as radiation shields and nuclear applications, so that's a radiation shield. Yeah, so it is used in that. That's why it's the largest collection. Yeah, definitely. I traded it for a machine tool. Yeah, I traded. That's epic stuff. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna click molybdenum bending. I just want to bend it without heat. Is there? How hard is it to bend? Bending parts. Okay. Seamless bending. How does he bend this? Oh, so he bent that there, but how's he bending it? What's he using? Okay, anyways, yeah, let's go. Pull some stuff. The over sober guy and the Scottish guy. Yeah, definitely. You have. He sent him all those guys, and like, well, what I do is So like if you send me those yours, automate like a video on each one or the whole thing just to make sure everything is legit. No, just basically so everybody knows exactly what I have, and so on. But that guy who has the solid block, those are the key. The ones that have the videos, those are my favorite. The ones that you have them and it's in the video. Anyways, let's go continue on, guys. So basically, Franklin's electric fluid. Keep that in mind, electric fluid, and then a good video, a photo to illustrate what I mean by this is. So here's a good way to think about this. If you have this, here's this is the Chris Hadfield, Canadian Space Agency. So if you have water on a cloth. So think of the cloth as a wire, water as electrogen, and it sticks. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by you can attract just with the fluid. So I'll give you an example. 1 second. Okay. All right, so here's an example of what I mean by all this jazz. So basically, he's saying that we're gonna get the Benjamin Franklin's electric fluid back, but his specific way of it. I'll make this bigger. Okay, so now we got this setup here. So if you see this paper right here, I'll take two pieces. If you put them together, they're not sticking. They just fall. If I let go of this one, it falls. But if I put water on it, and now I'll go get some water. Put it on it. All right. So now I got water. 1 second. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, traded for Orlicon cannons. Yeah, and yeah, John, the story about the Orlicon designer was Yin's like grandpa or dad, or dad was absolutely amazing. So then I put water on this thingy. Wait, I put water on this one, and this, yeah, this one's wet. So put them together, and now it's stuck. So now we have electrostatic attraction. So we literally got electrostatic attraction. So it's like, so anyway, so it's kind of what I mean by this guy's got something. I think definitely you can grasp. You don't need to always make up. I mean, always trust. Just basically positive, negative charge. You don't say this is positive, this is negative. This one, this is a fluid. There's a fluid that can make things stick, and this water. Yeah. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so Dufay's conjecture of the existence of two types of electricity, so positive and negative, those are gone. Only one substance is recognized, Franklin's electric fluid, named in this series of works, electrogen. The electrostatic attractions and repulsions between electric objects are explained by a two-stage process. The quantity of electrogen contained in the objects changes by its transfer through rubbing, contact, influence, or other methods. This leads to changes in the natural frequency of vibrations of the electrogen in the objects. It could be said that the theory proposed here is a revival and expansion of a theory contemplated by the scientists of the 19th century, which they called the molecular theory of electricity, or electricity, a mode of movement theory. Interesting. So these are basically a revival and expansion of these 13 and 14. Physics of Ether, 1875. Elements of magnetism and electricity, and this is 1877. And I like how he references straight up books. So in the theory proposed in this work, oh, I was muted. You can't hear me, John? I thought you can't see me. I think I gotta move this better. I can't hear you. I thought volume was pretty good. Are you sure? Anybody else can hear me? I thought you can't see me. I think I gotta move this better. No, you know, but you can't hear or can't see. You sure, John? It's playing here. I thought you can't see me. I think. Okay. Anyways, that's better here. So we'll go back here. Okay, I'm gonna close this. This thing is absolutely fascinating. Okay, I think this guy's got it. John, this is literally describing the one I want to do. So I'm gonna do this experiment. This is gonna be probably the first big one. Oh, also I might meet up with Alec, your friend Alec, John, this Friday maybe. He still can't grasp that gyroscopes are are magic. I'm trying to tell him they are, and he's just I think he's in denial. But anyways, I'll explain that to him. So I'm gonna click on here. This one is, again, this is like, this guy's literally told us what's going on here. So on this one, I think we did that already. Okay, the summarized article about drones. Okay, this one here. Article: how many drones authorized? 563 strikes, 400 in Pakistan, and these were not in actual war zone. They just bombed them. Transparency gaps, sovereignty violations, and radicalization risks. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna post this stuff here. This one and this one. Copy and paste this here. Anyways, this is what I do. I put on the Hive blockchain. Great stuff. Yeah. Okay. So thanks, Captain John. So this one is again. This is pretty wild. Okay. So this is Threadcast on in Leo. Yeah. Let's go back here. Fundaments. So in the theory proposed in this work, the concept of charge is derived from Franklin's original idea of deficiency or excess, less or more load. So the more load is more charge of electrogen in an object. So the more fluid, the more. The less you have, basically, that would be considered deficiency. So basically excess or deficiency. As stated by Watson in the earlier quote, the electric phenomena themselves are caused by the electric fluid. So the term electrogen applied to Franklin's electric fluid is extremely appropriate since it means producer of electric phenomena. Yeah, so electrogen, remember, generation is creating, electric generator. So basically, producer of electric phenomena is electrogen. The naming being similar to that used for other elements in the periodic table, such as hydrogen, that means water producer. Hydrogen produces water. Oxygen means acid producer. Nitrogen means nitrite producer. ASO, okay, that's and so on, and so on. Yep. I finally created an Hive account. It took me 5 minutes to analyze the web app UPI. This web app works on blockchain. What are you saying? What are you on? Send me a link. Which website? What is your username? Like this one is using Hive. Yeah. So but download the Hive keychain, and then do stuff. And then you can just log in with anything. Loading lots from okay, I picked up Captain John. Yeah. So basically, electrogen producer. I'm pretty sure this is it. Because like, yeah, John, I know you've read a lot of other papers and so on. But like even the scalar waves, like the Thomas Beard and so on. They what I think happens is they hide a lot of the actual things using buzzwords. Like scalar wave is like it's just another way. It's like a word that's hiding something what it actually is. What in the world is a scalar? Okay, this guy's made a channel. Okay, this guy's quick. So this is why I like this guy. Okay, he's going quick. So if you go on there, and I'll give you some resource credits. Okay, so this is your account. I'll follow, and for short content, post on in Leo. So the thing is, you can swap anywhere. So you can follow me. Post for short content, post snaps or on the InLeo one. So here's what I'm trying to say, and also download this website. Also download here, Hive Pulse. Download Hive Pulse browser extension. Google this or download this. Yeah, I'll search on extensions or Chrome extensions. Yeah, Chrome or whatever. I'm using Brave browser. But what's cool is you can go here and then switch. I can switch to InLeo. So this is on InLeo. It hasn't load up on InLeo. So I think you created there. But anyways, go on InLeo, sign in, and then you'll have your account there. But you can also switch to go to ECNC. So you haven't posted anything yet, but there's your account. There's your account. Anyways, I'm gonna delegate something to you because you have 0 resource credits, pretty much. So you can't really post much until you start earning. So I'm gonna do is I'll delegate you some. I'll go to wall, and then we'll go back into the science stuff because Captain John's in the show. I wanna continue, and also I need to sit down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to resource credits. Okay, I staked right here. Details. I'm gonna go to delegate RC. Basically, like to do stuff on Hive, it's free, but because they use a resource credit model. I'm gonna click on this, and then I'll give you 1 billion, whatever this means. That's I'll give you 1,000. I'll give you 1,000. Okay, I'll give you 1,000 resource credits. I've 80,000 billion. Okay, I'll give you 1,000 billion. Oh, these are in billions. Okay, I'll give you 1,000, and then once you got some Hive set up, I'll remove it. Because I also delegated some resource credits here to other people. So yeah, so this one 2,000 billion. Chat be fun. Okay, I delegated all these people. Objective right billion. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm receiving 5 billion. Yeah, best channel for learning. Thanks. Yeah, epic stuff, Captain John. Yeah. And this yeah. If you want to do this one also, John, if you have these set up already, just get 2 high voltage capacitors and then read this paper. So just read this paper and then alternating current, extremely high voltage alternating power supply, and then large capacitor. And then basically you can get a stationary gravitational wave because his theory is that radio waves are gravitational. Like they include a gravitational component, and that's why you can move stuff. Okay, so we have this guy sending me a bunch of stuff. All right, and I'm gonna go back to this here. All right, anyways, so moreover, electrogen causes electrical phenomena through its vibration, so electric charge will imply electrogen causing attractions and repulsions by its state of vibration. So basically, the reason it's generating is because that fluid is vibrating, and that ether is able to interact in such a way because you actually shows physically you can attract and repel through vibration. So basically, so electrogen will imply electrogen causing attraction and repulsion by a state of vibration, as only by vibrations can the ether be pushed to and fro, and a charged object act on it at a distance. So if you have two objects right here. So you have two objects. I'm gonna go and minus one. Or how do I remove this? Yeah, let's remove clear. Yeah, let's put one here. Put another one here, etc. So if you have a vibrating, this will interact somehow. Yeah, so basically vibrating. So you notice how it's moving, so on. This guy says, I thought you were from Europe, but you are from Canada, and the real estate is costs a lot more day by day. I saw the video of a man criticizing Trudeau. Yeah, no, definitely. But this year it dropped because of the Trump tariffs. Everything pretty much dropped because I can't like make money. Yeah, nobody. Trump tariffs kind of affected everybody. So, anyways, yeah, so I'm in Canada. So that's kind of what I'm saying. If you're in India, if you're anywhere but US, India, and so on, just get on like crypto, buy Bitcoin. You can also earn Bitcoin on high. Like when you earn on high, you can go and trade it for Bitcoin like rapidly, instantly. That's what I do because Bitcoin it's lower risk, but I want to accumulate as much high as I can in a positive. Yeah, just gradually you can earn it. So, anyways, let's go back here. Okay, so I do want to see how vibrating attraction through vibration. I think he had an experiment, but I just want to see what Google YouTube has. Attraction through vibration physics. Thanks a lot for RC. I really don't know what they use for. Is it without them I can't post? And how do I can follow? You just go figure out how to follow me. Just click the thing and follow me. Go to my channel and follow me. Like you know, like I don't know what you're using. Tell me what you're using and so on. Again, send me an email if you need anything. The RC is watch my video. I sent that link to the video. This word here. Click this link. Overview. Resource credits are what gives you free transactions. Basically, anytime you use it, you lower your resource credits. Every time you post, it drops. So the more you have, the more you could do. And it's without them, I think you can only do like 1 or 2 posts a day or something. So you can go and see this thing here. It tells you the resource credits status. So resource credits, I have 82% left, and it recovers. It's like mana in a video game. So basically, and then there's my voting power. Your voting power also decreases just 82%. And then as you use stuff, it will use it up. Yeah, Matthew is from Canada. Myself, I travel a lot. Yeah, Captain John used to live really close to me. All right, so residence demo with tuning fork. Okay, this is a pretty cool thing. Okay, this is just for vibrating. Let's see what this guy does. Law of attraction explained. Okay, this is physics. Okay, I'm gonna see what this resonance does. That's pretty cool. This wasn't what I was looking for, but that's absolutely pretty cool. Okay, so you can literally just vibrate. Okay, so anyways, that's action as the distance. That's pretty much what we're talking about right here. Pure Ellie Trudeau had court balls. Yeah, definitely. He's trying to steal your guns. You can't steal John's guns. He's trying to steal your cannons, John. Okay, but he had another one vibrating in attraction. But anyways, we'll get to that in a bit as we go through. Actually, no, I do want to find something. Let's see, vibrating attraction, physics, resonance frequency. Why do they all sell the resonance frequency? I don't see something attraction. You know they do this. Okay, just like so. I guess there's very little on it. So basically, yeah, there's very little info on this because I think that's super key. Okay, so what in the world's going on here? Okay, quantum mumbo jumbos. Oh, and what's your real name, Sir Hutchison? I saw your channel's video also. Yeah, his name is John Hutchison. Yeah, so that's Captain John Hudson. I also followed you on Reddit. Yeah, Epic's up there. Thanks for following me on Reddit. Yeah, and but again, Hive is where the big stuff. You earn a bunch of cash money and everything. Anyways, let's go back here. We have 30 minutes left. I'm gonna continue power through this. Okay, so moreover, electrogen causes electric phenomena through its vibration. So electric charge will imply electrogen causing attractions and repulsions by its state of vibration, as only by vibrations can the ether be pushed to and fro, and a charged object act on another at a distance. Like that resonance plate thing, that was pretty cool. And since the electrogen is just one of the chemical elements of the periodic table, the other elements of the periodic table may also be brought in a state of vibration and cause a to and fro motion of the ether around them to act on other elements situated at a distance. In other words, a charged object will mean an object that has electrogen in vibration in a normal quantity, in excess or deficit, and in the case of a complete absence of electrogen in the object. A charge will imply that that it is other chemical elements in the object that vibrate and act on ether with periodic motion. Okay, so there it is. There it is. Okay, I didn't realize this part here, so we just solved it. Basically, the only difference, the electrogen is the smallest component that's vibrating. That can cause attraction. All right, or that can have attraction or repulsion depending on the frequency that the other thing's vibrating. But even without any electrogen, you can still have attraction if the other objects are vibrating as well. So basically, in other words, the atomic stuff can act like a charge. So that's why you can have you could probably have a big charge with it. That's pretty much it. You can have attraction even with neutral, charge, whatever. This guy, I don't do public forums. I gave up Facebook. I just use YouTube and eBay. Plus, I communicate through emails. Yeah, definitely. Captain John. Captain John's the captain. And how are you doing health-wise, John? How's your New Year? Happy New Year. Tell Nancy I said Happy New Year as well. And hopefully she's doing well, and you as well. And also, Chris and the other guy, Charles. And Mr. Evio, or Dr. Evio. Or yeah, Dr. Evio. The problem of attractions and repulsions between charged objects becomes thus one of interactions between objects in molecular vibration made up of different chemical elements in different proportions. Yeah, so basically, problem of attraction and repulsions between charged objects becomes thus one of interactions between objects in molecular vibration made up of different chemical elements in different proportions, including the chemical element electrogen. So basically, he's adding this E, which is electricity. It's an actual element. That's the key part. Electrogen exists in all substances, being the glue that bonds the atoms of elements together, chemically in molecules, or physically in liquids and solids, and covers the isolated atom of an element like a film of certain thickness. It covers isolated atoms. So even on an atom, it covers it. Again, it's similar to the similar to even mainstream theory. Before they had it was a point charge or whatever. Now it's like it's a cloud. So mainstream says it's a cloud, but it's just like no, it's the film. I really don't use Insta because there is most addictive distractions. Yeah, definitely. That's why I get on Telegram. If you see on my Telegram, you can just follow my stuff and so on. Yeah, those ones are designed to just to distract. It's very hard to not get distracted. But I still like it. It's hard to search for when I post it and so on. Anyways, since the word atom was mentioned above, a little digression on the subject on this topic is in order here. In the theory advanced in this work, what is currently called atom of an element is considered to be in reality made up of two chemical elements. So basically, an atom. Okay, well, that's what he meant. So an isolated atom, can act like without any other chemical elements in the object. Basically, because atom has the electrogen, I think. Let's go back here. So, since the word atom was mentioned above, a little digression on this topic is in order. In the theory advanced in this work, what is currently called atom of an element is considered to be in reality made up of two chemical elements. The nucleus is the real atom of the chemical element, but without a quote positive charge. So there's no positive positive protons in there. The nucleus behaves as if it were positively charged, i.e. produces attractions and repulsions only when brought in a state of vibration. So basically, it's vibrating. So basically, the atom is vibrating, or the nucleus is vibrating. That's the positive setup there. And then you also have parts that aren't vibrating. That's the neutrons. The electron shells surrounding the nucleus are in fact a layer of electrogen covering the nucleus. So you have electrogen on top. So there's two atoms. There's two elements. I used to use CNN report 500 stories. I uploaded epic stuff. What's karma on Reddit? And you have 12. Yeah, I have no idea about Reddit. Reddit, I just post my videos there, but yeah, Reddit I don't use that much. Just get on Hive. That's where you'll find me. Or anyway. Okay, so going right here. So the electron shells surrounding the nucleus are in fact a layer of electrogen covering the nucleus. There is no attraction between the two, as it is assumed in the theory of atomic structure, whereas the quote positive nucleus attracts the negative. So there's no attraction. It's just that they're vibrating in such a way that it's in a state of like being in sync. The electrogen simply covers the nucleus and clings to it due to external ether pressure exerted on the electrogen. Yeah, basically it clings to it just because of the ether pushing on it. And there is no attraction, so they don't go and annihilate. They just cling to it like water is. Like I have water on this thingy, put water on this cloth. It doesn't mean it's a positive negative charge and they annihilate. It's just clinging to it. It is not the aim of this work to advance a new theory of atomic structure, but as mentioned in I-15, this one here, I know fundamentals of an ether part 2. The atomic model based on Bohr's ad hoc postulates is highly problematic, inconsistent, and relies on the fundamental electrostatic structure derived from Dufay, Summary, Coulomb's unnecessary doctrine of existence of positive and negative electric charges. Again, these positive and negative ones, it's just literally a magical word just to hide what is actually happening. What in the world is a positive? CNN called to do a story of what happened to all my stuff. Interesting. That's a pretty interesting stuff. Anyways, let's go back here. How many drones? Oh, delete this. I'll keep this one. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, that's the charges and fields. So that's pretty cool. So the alternative to this doctrine is the two chemical elements theory of atom outlined above. Yes, basically there's two chemical elements of an atom. You have the inner, and then you have the electrogen outlined above, which is more promising since waves of electrogen on the surface of an atom, or just surface waves on the atom itself, can lead to explaining the atomic line emission spectra in a mechanical way. That's pretty cool. Which was the original approach scientists took when studying atomic spectra during the acoustic period. Anyways, I'm going to wear some pants right here. Is there a Wayback Machine? Yeah, there's Wayback. You can check stuff. So send me a link, John, and you can search it there. Remember, you can email me the links you want me to search. Remember, some stuff, John's work on an old Betamax tape. I remember some of John's work on an old Betamax tape my dad used to have. Thanks for being pioneer. Yeah, epic stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, John, you can search in the Wayback. You could ask Rock or let's go, Captain John. Ask Chat GPT to search the web archives for those links. Yeah. ChatGPT is good at finding that from the web archive too. I'm wearing some pants. I'm wearing some shorts. It's just a bit chilly. All right. Alright, we're back. Let's put on some pants. And I might get a jacket on as well. Alright. Okay, so I don't have to know says, hello, Mr. John Hudson. CNN, I report stuff on other side like Facebook. Yeah, peace up. Sure, we're gonna get a signed poster of you. Yo, when I went visited him, you could have told me I would have and send me a photo, and I'll get him to sign it. I should have told John to sign my head. John, you could have signed my head, John. Sir, what do you think of Ivy League University is doing the masters from their charms personality? Well, my view is well, it depends what you want to do. I regret going to university because well, again, my mind is I got to replicate John Hudson effect and so on. But again, university, up to you. If you have a goal in mind, do so. But don't focus on the university. Like, don't think that's the end all be all. Even if you go there, just focus on, first of all, making cash money while you can, and a way to save it. So basically, make money, put in Bitcoin, just earn from Hive, put in Bitcoin, and then do whatever you want to do. And if you're in India, you probably make more money just on crypto. Anyways, so up to you. But if you want to go do whatever it is, but know what you want to do. Like, don't just go to school and get in debt for no reason. All right. Anyways, guys, let's go back here. The alternative to this doctrine is the two chemical elements theory of atom outlined above, which is more promising since waves of electrogen on the surface of the atom, or just surface waves on the atom itself, can lead to explaining the atomic line emission spectrum in a mechanical way, which was the original approach scientists took when studying the atomic spectra during the acoustic period mentioned in I-15. Basically trying to vibrate everything. Noteworthy in this respect are the recent works the 16, 17, and 18 that start from the de Broglie's original proposal of two-dimensional stationary electronic wave in an atom and then take it to its logical and natural three-dimensional representation, leading to atomic vibration modes with different frequencies. While the shapes of the vibrating atom in spherical geometry resembles strikingly the atomic orbitals obtained by quantum mechanics calculations. And yeah, basically what he's saying is that this II-16, Malta, Ubin, Stefan, this one here, quantum effects, and this one right here, Malte, Ubin, why is it? Yeah, that's this one. This is from this one here, and now we have this one here, a haptic model of vibration modes in spherical geometry and its application in atomic physics, nuclear physics, and beyond, and quantum reflection. So basically, what he's saying is that you can have those similar vibrating modes in, or just similar quantum mechanics calculations of the atomic orbitals. With just vibration. And this guy had two-dimensional, stationary electronic waves. Basically, yeah, noteworthy are these. And then, so you have this diagram right here. I think this is like a vibrational mode. And so on, it's going to vibrate up and down or whatever it is. Three-dimensional. And I just want to see a video if there's a video. So anyways, these atomic vibrations, I'll search these up. Atomic vibrations, de Broglie's. De Broglie's two-dimensional stationary electronic wave. Let's see if I can Google it. A curious mind is also required. The rest is up to you. Yeah, definitely. Okay, there it is. I'm. Okay, gotta go run now. Okay, your Google run now. Oh, you gotta go, John. Guys, if you're have a good one, John. Wave model of an electron. That's a wave model demonstrating electron waves. Demonstrating hypothesis standing electrons as standing waves. Oh yeah, appointment. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Captain John. Have a good one, Captain John. Okay, this is Captain Dr. Long John Silver. All right, standing waves. I'm gonna play this right here. Demonstrating de Broglie's hypothesis of electrons as standing waves. So this is standing wave. This is literally just a vibration. I just want the music. I don't get copyright.
Interesting to see. We normally associate things. Now, standing waves are really interesting to see. We normally associate waves as moving, but as you saw with this ring, when it is in resonance, the waves aren't moving at all. They are simply standing, but they only occur at very specific frequencies and therefore, by association, specific wavelengths. Now, I was able to set this up by using this vibration generator. Now, this video is sponsored by Science with Matt, and Matt was kind enough to donate this generator as well as the ring for this video. More about what he offers at the end. Now, I plan to use this to deepen our understanding of de Broglie's contribution on to a
so he's going to vibrate this. How does it vibrate? Yeah, let's see the vibrating.
Frequency that I know is not going to be in resonance, and so I'm going to have this, let's say, at 19 hertz.
So basically, in resonance means standing waves. Resonance equals standing waves.
And so I turn this on.
So it's all over the place.
This pattern suggests here that every part of the ring is moving. What you don't have...
And this thing is going up and down. So you have that string set up there, and it's going to vibrate, and then you have this movement.
Any standing wave set up. So this is in chaos for all...
So this is not a standing wave because it's going for alternating from this and this and this and this.
Intense circumference of the...
Yeah, and notice how it's moving up and down, so it's not a standing wave.
So let's see if I can increase the wavelength by decreasing the frequency.
That's pretty dangerous, though. It's right next to his face. What if it like snaps and hits him in the face? Okay, it's changing frequency. Let's see.
Now this frequency is now 12.4 hertz, and you see the two nodes at the 3 o'clock position and the 9 o'clock position. In other words, we have one complete wavelength around the loop. In other words, the circumference...
So one wavelength around the loop there. Okay.
In this case is actually the length of the wavelength in this situation.
It's basically, it goes like this, and I think switches up. Is that half? Or, anyways.
And we say this is in resonance. And this is what de Broglie is suggesting. When an electron is in its lowest energy state, is in resonance, and therefore not losing or gaining any energy, but it only occurs at this particular wavelength. But of course, there is going to be able to get another one. So let's now increase our frequency.
Let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay, and
Now I have increased
and this is higher energy going up and down 2 nodes.
to 25 hertz. There's a little bit of energy loss, so I can actually tweak it a little bit by going up and down. Actually, this position, we have an increased amount of momentum, and it is a whole number of wavelengths. In this case, we have 2 wavelengths in this system. Now, ideally, it would be nice to see if I can increase to the next level.
So wavelength basically it goes like this and goes back to itself. So it goes like here. I think it goes like 1, 2, 3, yeah, or something like that. Anyways, there's 2.
Can try this. I had as actually and the circumference is equal to and the moment is equal wavelength there into our previous equation by the angular associated lines of a re-evaluation of the whole nature of matter. Matter did not only have particle-like properties, but it also had wave-like properties, and it could explain the properties of the electrons in orbit. Now, it wasn't soon after De Broglie's paper that Davison and Germer established an experimental evidence to actually demonstrate that electrons can behave with wave-like properties. Again, I have videos.
Okay, yeah, so basically electrons are, this is a wave, yeah, this is one part aspect of the wave-like properties. So it basically can vibrate and you have nodes and so on. So again, that's pretty cool. I just want to do with the sound without the music.
In other words, the circumference of this frequency for all intents in resonance. And so I'm going to go have this, let's say, at 19 hertz. And so I turn this on.
Yeah, and that's also pretty wild there. So it's on resonance. It doesn't maintain the same shape. It's just going all over the place. Look how dangerous this is.
And so I turn this on.
Yeah, that's pretty well. Okay, that's pretty cool. This is definitely worth sharing. This one here. Yeah, so you get the idea. That's the De Broglie's mumbo jumbos. I'm gonna go right here. Summarize. This is gonna put all in there. All right. Let's go back here. Okay, so we have this, De Broglie's, yeah, and it matches up with quantum mumbo jumbos. And now here's in 3D, so 3D setting waves. All right. All right, so multi-Ubin, yeah, this is here. So these atomic vibrations brought about when the atoms of an element are excited through sparks, arcs, or electric discharges in low-pressure glass tubes cause the emission of radiation with frequencies corresponding to their respective vibration nodes. Yeah, basically, yeah, so yeah, these atomic vibrations, so you have these vibrations of the actual atoms. Yeah, so brought about when the atoms of an element are excited through, so when you excite an element through sparks, arcs, or electric discharges in low-pressure gas tubes causes the emission of radiations with frequencies corresponding to their respective vibration nodes. So basically, if it's vibrating there and you excite it, it's going to deliver similar waves, radio waves outwards. Say FM or just different electromagnetic wave, electrogravitational wave. So say FM and FN in contradiction with Bohr's postulates, the emission of radiation has a frequency FNM, and it takes place when one electron jumps between 2 stationary states corresponding to atomic orbitals of EM and EN. Again, let me try to unpack what the world's telling me. So these atomic vibrations brought about when the atoms of an element are excited through sparks, arcs, or electric discharge in low-pressure glass tubes cause the emission of radiations with frequencies corresponding to their respective frequency modes, say FM and FN, in contradiction with Bohr's postulates that the emission of radiation has a frequency FMMN. Is that a multiplication? And takes place when one electron jumps between 2 stationary states corresponding to the atomic orbitals of energy EM and EN, such that, so basically saying that when it's the frequency is going to be this one FMN times Planck's length, and it's the difference between energy of the 2 atomic orbitals when you have an electron moving from one to another. Between 2 stationary states, if it goes from one stationary state, EM, to another one, EN, the difference in energy corresponds to the frequency. And Planck says that's basically what he's saying. Corresponds to that difference. But this guy's saying that the actual emission is irrespective to the actual vibration modes of the electrons of the orbitals themselves. So what many modern textbooks on the quantum theory of atom fail to make explicit and clear is that all the frequencies FM, so this was at the stationary state, this was at one of the resonant stationary states, FN and FMN are observed in the emission spectrum of an element. So basically all of them are emitted, not just this one, and are connected through the simple relationship discovered by Walther Ritz and Rydberg-Ritz combination principle. Mn equals the difference between these two. The frequency is subtracted, so that's what this one is. For which it can be seen that Fm equals to Fmn plus Fn. So basically, if this one's going, if this one's visible, then these ones also. Because you can just add them up together. Just move this over this side, move this, or move this over to the other side. Okay, as such, the whole line emission spectrum of an element can be considered as a mixture of radiations emitted by the excited atoms of the gas vibrating in different modes and frequencies, and in which, again, this one I need to fix this up. As such, I need to fix this thing. This is why I like the again as article format. Okay, as such, delete and go back here. Let's update. Okay, it says, Walter, have you ever thought to make your own documentary on the things which aren't much popularized by observing Veritasium videos? I finally realized all things you upload are. Yeah, but again, Veritasium is he's mainstream. Already in the engineering, bachelor's, master's science. Yeah, definitely. He's just uploading mainstream stuff. My goal is to produce well, Hutchison Fact and Free Energy Mumbo Jumbos. I have one. Veritasium is also an absolute liar when it matters most. Like the absolute one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen was his cover up of the Eric Lightweight anti-gravity wheel. It was just an absolute disgrace, like an absolute disgrace. You can even see that here. Anti-gravity wheel. This is a Veritasium one. Is like this one here, anti-gravity wheel explained. This one right here when he's covering up. This is like an absolute disgrace.
Force must be.
This is an absolute disgrace. And I even wrote this here 7 years ago. Such an absolute disgusting and pathetic quote explanation or more accurate cover-up of the existence of anti-gravity. And even more disgusting is this pathetic channel's outright slander of Professor Eric Lightweight. He's literally carrying the heavyweight while it only processes, and while it weighs, while it weighs nothing. Anyways, Veritasium is absolute disgrace to humanity. Anyways, I trash him. This guy says, yeah. This is an absolute disgrace. I made a full anti-gravity. This guy is literally covering up anti-gravity. It's ridiculous. It's just angular momentum. No, it's not just angular momentum. It's not angular momentum. He's literally lying to our face. This is literally the biggest cover-up I've ever witnessed in my life. This is 9/11. He's literally lying to you. This is literally not what Eric Lightweight's doing. He's covering up what Eric Lightweight's doing. It's not angular momentum. You know what angular momentum is. So I have this one here. I have a 22-hour video on gyroscopes, anti-gravity. So basically, this is one of the biggest things in like all of science. This one here, objects in rotation defy mainstream physics, and you go to Veritasium. I did like a full debunking, but I might upload a shorter one. Review of so Veritasium disgraceful and blatant cover up Eric Lightweight's irrefutable anti-gravity wheel. So again, he lifts his wheel up and he's posting this nonsense, and it's like literally, and he doesn't even know basic physics. If the center of mass goes up, the weight scale should change, but if it goes slow, it's not going to do much. But anyways, the entire thing is just absolute disgrace. And he has this guy. This guy's also a cover-upper. He literally has a whole website to cover up gyroscopes. So to give you an example, the comparison. He has the comparison between the two. They even all write the mainstream into the AI LLMs. Yeah, definitely. That's why you have to make your own project. We'll put it. That's why you put in here on the Hive blockchain. This is free data, and you can make your own open source one, and it'll use that data, and so on. So this is yeah. I might have to do one just to debunk Veritasium. So yeah. So here's the big one. So he was saying that he couldn't lift this up, like he barely lifted up with 2 hands. And then this guy, like, let's see the difference. What's the difference here? This guy's saying he can't lift it up because of the torque. But I'm like, that's not what he's holding it vertically. Notice the vertical. He's saying that the reason Eric Lightweight couldn't lift it up when it's not spinning is because he's holding it like this. No, he can't lift it up normally. And Eric Lightweight actually said in an interview that he was able to lift it like with one finger. Like he lifted up with 1 finger. And the reason is because force precession causes lift. Force precession causes lift. I even uploaded his experiment. You go to experiments, force precession, or we'll go to the YouTube playlist. It's just smaller right here. So Eric Lightweight proved force precession causes lift, and it's irrefutable. But it also just any kind of precession can cause lift. This is Eric Lightweight's thingy. So basically, Forced precession causes gyroscopes generates inertial lift, aka weight loss. You can literally get zero gravity. I mean, yeah, you can get. You go play right here.
This is a hands-off experiment, and we've almost reproduced the effects.
Moment of inertia is higher. We need more torque. Well, you didn't even say a thing. You're not saying anything. You should watch the video. Anyways.
We had with the big wheel, and we could get lift.
So forced precession causes lift. Famous question on rotation. No, the famous question is this is the not famous one. This is the more important one. How does it generate lift? If you force precess a gyro, make it faster precess, it rises. In other words, an inertial proportion. This is not this is counter to the opposite. Yeah, it goes up. The whole center mass goes up. So there's it goes up. It goes slow motion. Here's the slow motion. This is magic. All right, and again, since so I think you're new here, you haven't realized that Hercules is the biggest scammer ever. So what happens here? What happens here? Let's go over here. This is again gyroscopes. I've done 1,000 experiments. So what's gonna happen here? Let's see. Okay, what's gonna happen here? What do you think will happen? Okay, what do you think will happen here? Here's the gyroscope processing. What's gonna happen? And anyways, let's go. Let me know what you think. Once you answer it, we'll go back to it. Anyways, okay. So going back into this setup, I'm gonna minimize this. So basically, this guy's saying that all frequencies are emitted. Yes, radiation is emitted by the excited atoms of the gas vibrating different modes and frequencies. I see him over the four. Yeah, no, I watched Veritas. Veritas is good, but I'm just saying, what happens here? What happens here? What happens in this video? Let's see what you've learned. What happens in this video? No, Veritas is good for mainstream stuff, but he covered up the gyroscope one because it debunks mainstream. This is anti-gravity and anti-inertia and free energy. But I'll get that and explain that in a bit. So anyways, what happens here? Please, what do you think happens here? Nobody explains this. There's no physics textbook. You can go to any university in the world. They'll never know this at all. They won't have a reason why it's going up. So I'll play this faster. What's gonna happen? I'll make this faster. All right, it rolls, it rolls on its own. And the other part is it doesn't actually lose any extra spin speed. So this again is the anti-gravity stuff. I mean, free energy part now. So now if you had a gyro, you know when you feel force? Again, we're sidestepping on gyros as always. I'll make this faster. Stream sucks. Why? I don't know what that means. Stream stuck? I don't know what it's for you. Maybe refresh. I feel bad for mainstream scientists. You know they know, but have to walk on eggshells for grants and dodge dangerous people. Yeah, but also Veritasium is also a spook. Like he started off his thingy. I'll show them a bit here. After this one, I'll show you this one. So notice here. But anyways, so this one is important. I'm torquing this one here, and then I'm this one right here is just leaving stationary, and this one is rising on its own. The spin speed doesn't lower any more than any of these effects. So in other words, you can get the rising, you can get this torquing effect with no additional loss of spin speed. So nothing is, it's literally that force you feel in the gyroscope, you're getting it for free. Keep that in mind. The force you get from a gyroscope when you torque it, you're getting it for free for no, you're not taking anything out of it. You're getting that force for just because it's spinning. Just because it's spinning, you're getting it. But in other words, you're not taking the spin away. The entire time I'm torquing it, and it all lasts the exact same length, or like pretty much the same. So there's very nothing significant. And also, I'll do post. I think I'll make a Telegram post about the Veritasium guy. So anyways, it keeps going on and on. As you can see, I'm making 16 times speed just to speed it up. But you can see here's slow motion. You can see They're still spinning. Yeah, I'm gonna start standing for the last bit. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. And it pretty much all goes the same setup here. And nothing happens. Yeah, they all just die at the same time. And go to Veritasium as well. So to give an example, Veritasium isn't just some random guy. He actually started his thesis was on faking things. No, it was on what happens. Like he apparently he said he was really upset on let's go thesis. His thesis who am I or something. I think he had one here. I think he had a home video for you. He had one about his life, my life or something. My life or something. Yeah, my life story. So him, notice he's wearing an agent like black and white suit there. And if you look at here, whoops. And yeah, so go back here. His thesis was about educating people in science, but also seeing what happens when you upload fake stuff. Do the net force on system is balanced and center mass is lower, the gyroscope, that's unit vector perpendicular. You didn't need to say anything. You just repeat. Like, what do you, I'm saying, why is it rising on its own? And you're saying net force on system is balanced and center mass is lower, the gyroscope. I'm saying there's no mainstream reason for it. Show me a paper that has it. All the paper, but anyways, listen to this guy here.
School.
Now I feel like I'm ready to become an after student.
And got rejected. I got rejected this year. High school past callbacks. Look at the warrior. That thing did a great job. I loved the students and the other teachers and the flexibility I had. The pay was great. And so at the end of 2010,
this one right here.
Watching video.
So he was really so that's what he says. That's what he says.
It didn't really satisfy either of my passions in physics or film. I know, because this is me the night the data first starts coming in from students watching videos that contain misconceptions.
I just think that, you know, including extra material that is wrong and stuff into multimedia segments is just something that no one's ever going to really put time and energy into, and it's never really going to be worth much, and that sort of pisses me off, and I wish I was doing something a bit more practical.
After I got my
he literally filmed himself saying he was like depressed for putting fake info in videos. You can't make this up. And this was a part of his PhD or something, or PhD or thesis or something. So this is a. So anyways, okay, yeah, that's pretty wild. Also, anyways, Shari, yeah, before you just say due to force balance or something, if you why is it rising on its own? You're not understanding what I'm saying. It's like. I'm saying, why is it rising on its own? Rising. It's like, if I read it to you. So anyways, this guy, I'll make a post about this, actually. I'll add this to my watch later setup. So, but anyways, it was an absolute disgrace what Veritasium did. This is one of the, like, it got me so utterly mad how evil this is. But anyways, it's, in another part here, we'll go back to the gyro, one more gyro demonstration. We'll do one more. Here's another part. This one is another part that nobody knows. Actually, we'll do two more, and then we'll see if we have any more time. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think we have much more time. We'll get back on it after. But I'll do this one here. I'll show you this one, and I'll show you this one, and then let me know what you think of this one. So here's a part here. So you put on an ice block, so it's very little friction laterally. So now, what happens here? Why? Okay, so you have a gyroscope processing. The center of mass is near the wheel. Why is the gyroscope not going laterally? So you have the center of mass is moving with no lateral forces. You get what I'm saying? The center of mass is moving with no lateral forces. The ice block is not the center of mass. Alright? Do you get what I'm saying? It's moving with no lateral forces. Go draw me a force diagram on this. You're not going to get anything. And now, and it rises as well. It's going to rise. So it rises. And now, once it slows down, it can't do that anymore. Once it's when the spin is slower, you can see, yeah, I seen your video on photoelectric effect and photons don't have a matter though. It's about it's have quantum energy, which proven by Planck's theory. And unable to prove this theory. No, you read it wrong. You Planck's constant. No, that's not it. Yeah, you got it mixed up. No, you got it mixed up. The Planck's thingy, they used the wrong second thing. So I'm trying to say the photon doesn't exist. It's not a. It literally doesn't exist based on their literally their own thingy. Like you look at it, they add a second component. So basically, a photon, according to the mainstream, is a frequency of light for 1 second. What if you used what about if you're using 1 minute? Would that be another photon? What about if you're using 2 seconds? His done BS degree. His done BS degree maybe. What is it? BS degree. No. His again. He's using a PhD on like teaching physics or something. Anyways, so this one right here, like, again, it's like we're talking about different things. You're just repeating mainstream like the endpoint, saying, "Oh, Planck's proves photoelectric effect." No. You could describe photoelectric effect in modified Planck's view. Like, it's like water. When you have a hose of water, if you throw like if you drop a bucket of water on a stain, it's not gonna clean it. But if you have a water jet, it's the same thing. There's no extra photons. Oh, sucks and uploading. Oh, okay, slow man. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's because you're maybe India connection or whatever. Anyway, so see this right here. When it slows down, notice the ice block moves now. There's no lateral forces, so the center of mass. Yeah, so now it's actually stationary. The center of mass is actually stationary. Once it's almost stationary. Once it's lost its spin. So notice the ice block moving laterally. Okay, we'll do one more experiment again. Anytime anyone brings up gyroscopes, and Veritasium literally. But again, but he has nonetheless he has one of the best mainstream videos out there in mainstream stuff. But when it covers up like you have to always use your own brain because so you don't get lost. So I'm gonna do this one here. So what happens here, guys? This one. I was trying to make the gyroscope rise faster, so I added a counterweight. This one like literally got me. This is the biggest like I did this by a massive accident. I put this to make it rise faster, and instead it goes down. So what's happening here? So what's gonna happen here? there is no mainstream even like you don't go to any university, go to any Ivy League university, show them this video, and just slap the professor with this. Like what is going on here? Yeah, center of mass is not in the bottom. I know, sir. Yeah, but you're not saying anything. I'm saying it's processing around it. It shouldn't happen. See the rod, the spin angle. Anyways, the mainstream of it is like, yeah. So here's another part. It just goes down. This one just goes downwards. If you put a counterweight, it goes down for some reason. Alright, anyways, we've had enough. But anyways, Shari, just please ease up on the just random mainstream comments here. I've looked at all that. You're just repeating stuff that you aren't fully aware of. Anyways, this goes down. And so going back into the, I'll do one more peak anti-gravity. This is Cambridge. So Cambridge also lies about it too. They go to Cambridge one. They're literally lying about him like straight to his face. So they're saying that, yeah, this is according to mainstream. This is what's supposed to happen. There are no lateral forces, so the center mass of the system must stay above a fixed point. They're saying that this is what happens, and they're trying to debunk Eric Lightweight, but they said yeah, but I just showed it. This literally is lies. Yeah, that's Cambridge. It's like absolute disgrace, absolute like the worst trash I've ever seen in my life. So again, if you draw the free body diagram, there's no lateral forces. So in other words, if there's no lateral forces, the center mass should be here, not at the ice block. So if it's processing around the ice block, that means the center mass is literally moving without reaction. It's literally anti-inertia. All right. Anyways, and this guy's literally lying. Okay, I think I'll say this one here. Yeah. I gotta save that one. He's literally saying he admits to lying, and he lied. So think about it this way. I wrote that in here. I wrote that he's covering up stuff, and then I found out that his PhD was involved lying. Basically, what he's saying is, what happens if you like, how do people learn, and what happens if you put misconceptions in there, like lies? Do they still believe it? And he was upset because everybody's believing them. because he gives the attitude of like the truth or whatever. Or anyways, this is pretty cool. I might actually watch the whole thing of this. I'm gonna say this as well. I'll watch the whole thing. This is pretty cool. Okay, so anyways, that's pretty much all for today. And I'll try to power through again. This is very, very important stuff. I'm gonna go to these atomic vibrations. And actually, no. Next week, we'll start off from here. We barely moved through this. Again, the reason is because every single paragraph of this it needs to be elaborated so that everybody can like reinforce how big time it is. So we don't just go repeat mainstream nonsense. Anyways, so I'm gonna go to this right here, and I'm gonna watch that video again. So watch the video. We'll watch the whole thing to get to understanding the nodes and so on properly. Anyways, that's epic stuff, guys. That's all for today. And yeah, that's close to some stuff here. And yeah, again, this is this stream is also forcing myself to interact with you guys as well, so that we all are on the same page on this anti-gravity. Science stuff. To Alex here. We don't have Pika. I think he wants to buy. I think they'll count at 300k in the 80s. I can bring a cute cheese jar with a wheel that work in kid type big okay. Anyways, why do you always talk about the kid? The kid guy has like the worst gyro setup ever. Okay, there's a CNN report against John Hudson. When the world John Hudson. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. Thanks for joining, and yeah, sure, thanks for joining. Hi. Okay, yeah, have a great day, guys, and we'll power through. And let's yes, Happy New Year, guys, and anybody else in the chat. Nobody else in any other chat, so we're golden. All right, anyways, guys, that is all for today, and adios. I'm gonna go end the threadcast. Okay, so we're done. And oh yeah, for the end stream, 3, 2, 1, ending stream. Cheese.